For over 2 centuries, the secrets of Oak Island remained buried, hidden beneath its surface. But when Rick Lagina opened that ancient hatch, what he discovered was far more terrifying than he could have imagined, something that should have stayed buried. The darkness within wasn't just an empty void. It was alive, pulsating with an eerie energy that thickened the air, making it hard to breathe. As the team pressed forward, unaware of what lay ahead, they were met with Oak Island's deepest, darkest secret. From the depths of the hole, a vast, endless darkness stared back at Rick, like a gaping mouth ready to consume him. The air inside was heavy, charged with an ancient, waiting presence. As his flashlight flickered, shadows twisted and moved as if they had a life of their own. He wasn't alone. Something was watching him. Then, a whisper echoed his name in a voice that shouldn't exist. For centuries, Oak Island has captivated mystery enthusiasts and treasure hunters alike. Theories of buried pirate gold, hidden Templar relics, and lost manuscripts have driven countless excavations. Yet, no one expected this. Experts had spent years analyzing the island's underground using sonar and 3D mapping. Steve, their data expert, was already feeding the latest readings into a digital model, trying to decipher the labyrinth beneath. One detail stood out: a perfectly square wall, too precise to be natural, hidden deep within a cavern. It was clearly man-made, placed there centuries ago with purpose. Marty Lagina, Rick's brother, couldn't take his eyes off the sonar images. This wasn't just a cave. It was something far more significant, something deliberate. Was it a vault, a trap, or a passage leading even deeper? Theories swirled among the team, but one thing was certain. Whatever lay below, someone had gone to great lengths to conceal it. There was no turning back now. Cameras rolled as the team prepared for the next phase of digging at the infamous money pit. The mystery had never been more tantalizing. But as they dug deeper, water rushed in, fast and relentless. The ground seemed to fight back, swallowing their progress. At 65 feet down, the battle against flooding became all-out war. Pumps ran non-stop, but the deeper they went, the worse it got. If they couldn't stop the water, the entire operation was at risk. Then, while struggling to stabilize the tunnel, their trusted digging crew, Dumas Contracting, hit something unexpected: a hidden cavern, separate from the money pit, lined with ancient wooden beams. Rick stood at the edge, staring into the abyss. His instincts told him this wasn't a dead end. It was part of something bigger, a secret chamber, a hidden escape route, or perhaps a burial site. The possibilities were endless and terrifying. Oak Island has seen countless treasure hunters come and go, each convinced they were on the brink of a historic discovery. Many claimed to have found clues, only to leave empty-handed. But this time felt different. This was real, too real. For every discovery, the island seemed to throw a new obstacle their way. Skeptics have long argued that Oak Island is nothing more than a money-making machine, a cycle of endless digging designed to keep viewers hooked. Yet, those standing at the edge of the newly discovered cavern knew better. They had spent years chasing shadows, piecing together fragments of stories, searching for proof of something buried so long ago that history itself had begun to forget. Now, standing on the brink of this new discovery, the weight of it all pressed down harder than ever. Every old map, every weathered clue, every cryptic legend, they all pointed to this moment. The water made everything more difficult, seeping into every crack and filling the spaces they needed to work. It was as if the island had been designed to flood, a built-in defense against those who dared to dig too deep. But there was no turning back. If they stopped now, the entrance could be lost forever, swallowed by mud and time, waiting for the next group of believers to try their luck. Each shift in the wooden beams sent a groan through the cavern, a sound that made even the most experienced diggers pause. The supports were ancient, fragile, yet still standing. Someone had built this carefully, deliberately, with a purpose. The deeper they went, the clearer it became. This wasn't just a random hiding place. Someone had expected to return, or perhaps intended for it to remain hidden forever. The contents of this cavern have captured the world's attention, raising questions about whether it might finally answer some of Oak Island's oldest mysteries. The team is relying on Steve, their data integration expert, to create a detailed 3D model of the underground structures. One feature that particularly intrigued Marty Lagina was a square wall revealed in the sonar images. This anomaly sparked a flurry of theories within the team. Some believed it could be a hiding spot for valuables, while others thought it might lead to a larger hidden chamber. These discoveries are crucial, offering new insights into the island's past and revealing that the underground is far more complex than anyone had imagined. As Steve worked on the 3D model, the team debated the purpose of the structures within the cave. Some speculated it was a vault for treasures, while others thought it might be part of a larger network. Each member had their own theory, but they all shared the same goal: to uncover what lay beneath Oak Island. Their determination grew as they imagined the treasures that might be hidden there. With cameras rolling, they prepared for another day of digging. Rick Lagina and Craig Tester led the efforts at the money pit, assisted by Scott Barlow and the Dumas contracting crew. But the constant flooding posed a major challenge. At 65 feet down, water continued to pour in, threatening to derail their progress. Despite their efforts, the water kept coming, creating a significant obstacle that could alter their plans. As they battled the flooding, they stumbled upon something unexpected. The ongoing excitement and determination led some to wonder if the real goal was to keep the TV audience engaged rather than making genuine historical discoveries. Critics argue that if the island truly held significant treasures, they would have been found by now, given the advanced technology and resources available. Yet, the digging and filming continue, driven by the hope of discovery. The true value of Oak Island may not lie in its buried treasures, but in the stories that emerge from the relentless pursuit of them. Recently, Dumas Contracting uncovered a new cavern about 65 feet deep, just outside a key area on the island. The presence of wooden beams suggested a man-made structure beneath the surface. Rick Lagina, always eager to follow new leads, wondered what this could mean. Could this tunnel lead to a hidden chamber filled with treasures or historical artifacts? As Rick explored the newly discovered space, he realized that what seemed like a setback might actually be a major breakthrough. However, the immediate challenge was managing the water flooding into the site. Controlling the water was crucial for any further exploration. Unexpected discoveries awaited the team below Oak Island, the gateway to its lost wealth. They were joined by Blaine Carrick, an expert in underwater imaging, who began assessing the island's subterranean features. Their initial task was to explore the cave at depths between 140 and 142 feet, searching for signs of human modification. The data they uncovered was remarkable, suggesting multiple potential treasure caches hidden beneath the money pit. Motivated by these findings, the team focused on a newly drilled hole into what they called Aladdin's Cave, eager to uncover its secrets. Using a high-definition camera, they aimed to determine if the cave was man-made and to learn more about its contents. Each image captured provided valuable insights into Oak Island's underground landscape. Rick and Marty Lagina saw these discoveries as the culmination of years of dedication and hard work. Their unwavering belief in the island's hidden treasures kept them going, despite the challenges. Blaine Carrick, with his expertise in underwater imaging, played a key role in the investigation. If the team could access the cave, Blaine planned to conduct a detailed sonar scan to map its features accurately. This mapping could reveal crucial information about the cave's structure and origins. Rick emphasized the importance of the initial camera examination, though he noted its limitations, especially in identifying objects on the cave floor. Marty echoed this, stressing the need to determine whether the cave was natural or man-made. He theorized that if Oak Island's legendary wealth was hidden beneath the cave, it could hold the key to answering some of the island's long-standing mysteries. After identifying what appeared to be human-made structures within Aladdin's Cave, the team conducted a comprehensive sonar scan. This scan was crucial for understanding the cave's dimensions and identifying any tunnels leading into or out of the area. The team used the Echologer D710 sonar equipment, which emitted powerful radar waves to create a detailed 3D representation of the underwater cave. This technology was essential for determining whether the cave was natural or man-made and for pinpointing potential connections to other parts of the island. The next morning, the team gathered to review the 3D image produced by the sonar scan. The image revealed a potential human-made entrance within what appeared to be a natural cave structure. This discovery heightened the team's excitement, suggesting the presence of a hidden room or passage. However, the exact size and depth of this feature remained unknown, fueling their desire to explore further. Rick Lagina was particularly thrilled by the possibility of entering the cave, speculating that human-made features might be buried beneath the sediment on the cave floor. This motivated the team to plan a thorough and costly exploration of the cave. Marty Lagina noted that the cave contained items not typically found in natural environments, supporting their belief that they had discovered a significant archaeological site. Prompted by these findings, the team decided to drill another hole to allow the sonar to reach deeper into the cave and produce more detailed images. This additional drilling would help determine if the cave was isolated or connected to other chambers or passages. By deepening their understanding of the cave's layout, the team hoped to uncover more about its history and any hidden treasures. The Lagina brothers were close to uncovering historical treasures, guarded by the clay that protected Oak Island's riches. The decision to drill another hole was made after careful consideration of the time and resources required. Despite the challenges, the team believed the potential discoveries justified the risks. They remained committed to their mission, convinced that each new discovery brought them closer to solving a long-standing historical mystery. As the operation to reach the potential treasure tunnel beneath the garden shaft progressed, Rick and Marty Lagina actively supported Dumas contracting. The crew had reached a depth of 90 to 93 feet, but before constructing the final wooden framework, they needed to remove several feet of hard clay. Rick and Marty prepared to assist at this critical stage. Marty reflected on their family's connection to Oak Island, recalling that their grandfather had once visited the island to work in the mines of Michigan. He described their efforts on Oak Island as remarkable, emphasizing both the historical and personal significance of their work. Descending into the excavation site, Rick and Marty began the arduous task of breaking down the hard clay using a pneumatic jackhammer. This powerful tool, driven by compressed air, effectively broke up the densely packed clay, allowing for further excavation. Once the clay was sufficiently broken down, the Dumas crew used a 3-ton hammer grab tool to clear the debris, paving the way for the final construction phase. As Rick and Marty continued their work, they faced the physical demands of handling the heavy jackhammers, which frequently got stuck in the clay. During the excavation, Rick made an unexpected discovery. He believed he had struck something solid, possibly indicating they had reached the long-awaited tunnel. Later that day, Rick, Scott Barlow, and Craig Tester received the news they had been waiting for. Dumas Contracting had successfully deepened the garden shaft to about 95 feet in the Money Pit area, reaching a tunnel reportedly 7 feet high. This tunnel, believed to lead to the so-called Baby Blob, and potentially to a large cache of hidden treasures, was now accessible. As they prepared to explore its depths, they anticipated uncovering whatever lay below. When Rick entered the tunnel, he noticed signs of wood, suggesting a wooden structure further inside. To explore deeper, they decided to lengthen the tunnel by an additional section, gaining an extra 32 inches of space. As the team dug further, they carefully examined logs that lined the tunnel's path. Rick observed that the area beneath one of the logs seemed hollow, drawing the team's interest. Encouraged by this clue, they opted to dig even deeper, hoping this new lead would prove fruitful. The presence of circular wooden pieces was particularly notable, hinting at construction techniques similar to those used in the Money Pit. Rick recalled an article from Reader's Digest about the Money Pit's use of round logs, strengthening his belief that they were close to a significant discovery. Marty, sharing Rick's optimism, suggested that their 15-year search might be approaching a crucial moment. They might be just a few feet away from the island's original excavation site, where they could potentially find long-awaited answers. Meanwhile, Jack Bigley teamed up with Gary Drayton, an expert in detection, at Lot 5 on the island's western side. This recently acquired area quickly became one of the most promising sites for treasure hunting on Oak Island. Their initial explorations uncovered a stone structure that experts believed could be as ancient as the famed garden shaft. The tools they discovered might date back for centuries, suggesting a prolonged human presence on the island. One of the most significant finds was half of a Roman coin from 300 BC, indicating that the island's history extended much further back than previously thought. Among their discoveries, a large old square nail from the 1700s stood out. Gary Drayton, with his extensive experience, recognized its potential importance. Marty believed that Lot 5 might hold crucial clues about who built the mysterious money pit. As Gary Drayton and Jack Bigley continued their search, they found another noteworthy artifact, a lead coin adorned with intricate designs. Gary noted its similarity to ancient Roman trade tokens, linking it to the Roman coin found earlier in the same lot. These tokens, used by private businesses rather than governments, facilitated commerce centuries ago. The discovery of what appeared to be a Roman trade token on Oak Island raised numerous questions about its origin and how it came to be on the island. The team decided to send the artifact to the lab for thorough examination. Archaeologists would analyze the token, comparing it with known examples of Roman trade tokens to determine its authenticity and significance. If verified, this find could shed light on the diverse history of those who might have visited or lived on the island centuries before it became a focal point for treasure hunters. Gary Drayton and Jack Bigley, excited by their discovery on Lot 5, gathered with Rick Lagina, Craig Tester, and archaeologist Laird Niven at the Interpretive Center. Their goal was to analyze an artifact that could significantly change their understanding of Oak Island's past. Laird Niven carefully cleaned the item, preparing it for analysis using the team's X-ray fluorescence (XRF) instrument. This technique would reveal the basic elements composing the object, offering clues about its origin and creation. Emma, the specialist overseeing the XRF analysis, supervised the scanning process. After completing the procedure, she gathered the team to discuss her initial findings. The item, a lead disc or coin recently found, initially seemed straightforward but presented complex details upon closer inspection. Emma explained that the disc consisted of two layers, a lighter and a darker one. The light layer was almost entirely lead, with trace amounts of copper and iron, while the darker layer contained a significant amount of iron, about 41%, and smaller portions of copper and silicon. The natural presence of lead in both layers suggested that the material came from mining operations. This led to questions about the disc's origin and the methods used in its creation.